by Gartner and a trade with siccooper.
16-bit arcade graphics.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does.
16-bit sports action.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis does.
Be receiving a trade from siccooper with their shitload of Genesis games. And yes, that was 90s advertising English, yo!
Genesis does.
What Nintendo?
YouTube! What's going on? What's the word? Welcome to another episode on Mike Gartner's channel. And today is a very, very special day because I literally made a trade with none other than siccooper, who actually is an awesome YouTuber. You have to check out his channel. He has pretty ridiculous pickups, finds. I mean, this guy has a PlayStation sign that literally is the size of this television right here. Somehow he finds it on Craigslist. Anyway, this was the case a couple of months ago. He picked up literally hundreds of Sega titles. And lucky for, the YouTube community, such as I think Rammstein 234, and a few other people actually made some trades with him. Luckily, he's not a big Sega fan, and as you can see from the intro, I am. So I made a trade with siccooper, and it actually ended up being the biggest trade I ever made, probably in the history of, or at least the back of my playing card of human life. Even when I used to trade Matchbox cards and baseball cards and hockey cards, I don't think I made a trade this big. But it was easy to do because siccooper, he's traded with some really good YouTubers like siccooper DVS, things like that. So, very trustworthy guy. So, let me get right into it. These games, if you're not a Sega fan, you probably won't be as excited as I am. But if you are a Sega fan, man, I cannot wait to open this box. So let's get right into it. First of all, it was raining out. But when the mailman actually delivered the package, it was pouring out. And he had one package in a just with some paper covering it. And I had to open up that one immediately because I didn't want any water damage to the games. So we're going to go through that first, and then we're going to go through the box. Now, these three are Sega Master System games, and there's one Genesis game. And I'm extremely excited to have all of them, to be honest with you. And we'll start with this one. A lot of people probably haven't heard of this game. It's a one-player side-scroller strategy game. Really interesting. And it's got a microwave on the cover, it looks like. But it's Zillion. Now, this game is actually very cool. Cool graphics. You get to pick from, I think, you have like three teammates, two or three teammates, and you can actually have different attributes. You can turn into one of them. And, I think one's good with the computer, one can jump higher. And, I remember playing this when I was really, really young. It's actually got an interesting, there's a company called Jazz Rack. I don't know what that is. Take a look at that. So you can see that there. This, I cannot wait to try this game again. It's been literally years. So, I'm psyched to have this. And, I always wanted this when I was a kid. Never got it. But check it out. Zillion 2. Now, I didn't mention this before, but all these games are actually complete, which is fucking fantastic. So take a look at that right there. These games are very hard to find. As you know, collectors out there, it's very difficult to find Sega Master System games. You know, and Zillion 2 is no different. It looks very similar to the first one, but I've never played it, so I can't give you any information on that. So, pretty psyched to try that one out. Now, this one is, you know, I can't wait to play it, but, you know, I used to have the 3D glasses for the Sega Master System. Because I remember playing Maze Hunter 3D and Zaxxon 3D. And, you know, I don't know where the hell they went. I have the box, I have the styrofoam, and I have the connector that goes to the card, but I don't know where the glasses went. They're gone. Probably were fucking around with them one day when I was, you know, like a teenager, wearing them around or some shit, and just left them somewhere. But, man, I would kill to get those back, man. They're very expensive to find. But check it out. Space Harrier 3D. This game is fantastic, from what I understand. I had the original, and it's okay. It's nothing like the arcade in terms of quality, but you know, once again, complete, like borderline untouched, and it's cool because it comes with the actual poster in the background. So I'm pretty psyched to play this when I do get a 3D. I don't know if you can actually play this without the 3D glasses. Pretty sure you can't. But can't wait to play that. And now, it's funny that he threw this one in to those other three, at least in that initial package, because this game is almost impossible to find in the wild, and it's a cool shooter in which you're actually a human. You're not a ship or anything, and you're running or flying, and you know, your character is actually kind of large, and it's very similar to Rated Trad in the sense that it has a sidebar like that. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of renovation titles in here. So for those of you who know the Genesis, you know, Renovation is an interesting company, but it's Elemental Master. Now, Elemental Master is a very difficult game to find. It's a one-player game, but it's actually created by Technosoft, so it's similar, at least in quality, to Thunder Force and all those other games. So I can't wait to try this one out. In fact, I'll feature this one in my next video behind me. And next is the box. Now, I had to open it because, you know, I was worried that the rain might have, you know, crept in there. But I assure you, I have not gone through this. And literally, it's been sitting in my room for a long time. And you know, I've gotten a peek at it, but I hadn't gone through it yet. And I just haven't had time to film a video. So let's get right into it here. And oh, man, just a box of goodies. Oops. Now, right off the top, I mean, it fell on the floor here, but he threw in some extras, which is awesome. Stuff that I didn't know I was getting. Rayman Brain Games for the PlayStation. It's got the book, the back, and the actual CD. I just need a new CD case. This is actually cool, man. I never heard of this game before. You know, Rayman's pretty popular on the PlayStation. I appreciate that. And Atomic Bomberman for the PC. Now, I had this game for the Sega Genesis. It's called Mega Bomberman, and you know, I think I played Bomberman once on the Wii. So yeah, this is awesome. You know, I don't know if it's gonna run on my XP, but I'll definitely give it a try, man. Appreciate that. And yeah, let's get right into it. I can't fucking wait. All right. First, we have a cardboard Genesis game, so it's late in the cycle, and it's in great condition, and it's an RPG called Light Crusader. I've never played this game, but it actually looks similar. I'm not trying to compare it or anything, so don't freak out, Nintendo lovers. I'm not trying to compare it, but it looks similar to Mario RPG in the sense that it has that angled room structure, so it's not like an overhead view or anything like that. So take a look. You can see that right there. Yeah, this is cool. It comes with what's that? It comes with you know, the subscriptions for Sega Visions, and if you want to, you know, order authentic Sega gear like Sega Sports shorts, got that in there as well. Here's the cartridge. So yeah, definitely can't wait to try this one out. I heard a lot about it. Here's another extra he threw in there. I didn't even notice this. This is Mega Man NT Warrior sneak preview. Never heard of it. Looks pretty cool. Looks like a cartoon, Mega Man cartoon. So I'll definitely check it out when I get a new DVD player. Oh man, look at this. I don't even know where to start. All right, let's start with this. Now here's a game that I always wanted to get when I was young. It has, you know, and Sega Master System games aren't known for their cover art, but this one has some cool cover art, and it's complete. Yeah, it's complete, and I can't wait to try it. Besides, you know, it's kind of like a Shinobi game, and it's called Kenseiden. Look at the cover art right there. Kenseiden looks pretty cool. I always wanted this game because of the cover art, and actually it says that there's 16 levels in this game, so that's pretty beast. 2 megs too for a Sega Master System game. But yeah, it's complete. So I'm pretty psyched to try this one out. Game looks brand new, man. All right, look at this. I think I might have bought this game from Blockbuster back in the day, loose, and somehow I lost it or gave it away or something, but now I got it again and I can't wait to play it. It's none other than General Chaos. General Chaos, for those of you who do not have a Genesis or have not played this game, you need to get this game. It's fucking fabulous. It's awesome. It's, you basically pick from groups of you know, differing soldiers, and it's all, you know, cartoon graphics and stuff, and you got like machine gunners and flamethrowers and, you know, guys who throw grenades and shit, and, you know, it's really cool, like, graphics and animation, and it's funny as hell, and it pits you like two generals against each other on a battlefield, and, you know, you both have the same forces, but you might have different tactics and stuff. You know, it's like a really primitive strategy game, but it's fucking awesome. And comes complete. And once again, you know, I've been going to garage sales for years, and you just don't see these games complete at all. You just don't see them around. So that's why I had to make a trade with them. Now here's a game that is not only impossible to find, but it's very expensive, and I'm not even sure it was released in the United States. I don't know, maybe you guys can correct me on this, but it's a direct Zelda ripoff, Legend of Zelda, so it's probably an awesome game. And it's Golden Axe Warrior. Now, Golden Axe Warrior, if you take a look here, you can see it has almost very identical, almost similar level designs, almost similar enemies and stuff. Does not come complete, but you know, that's cool. I can't wait to try this game out, man. It looks awesome. It really does. And it came out in 1990, so 2 years after the Genesis was actually released. So, you know, I was definitely already playing Genesis when this came out. So I'm not sure if this came out for in the United States, but either way, I'm so happy to have this. Can't wait to try it. Where do we go next here? All right. Here's a game I've been looking for years, and you know I'm a big shooter fanatic, and especially for the Genesis, and I'm very happy to get this one. It's got 8 megs of power, and it's none other than Gyarados, or Gyarados. I don't know how to pronounce it really, but either way, awesome game. Once again, it's a renovation game, and you know, the graphics are pretty sick. You can see those there. I can't wait to try this game out. Once again, it is complete, and you know, I'm psyched to try this one out. here's another game I'll feature in the background. As you can see, Raid and Trad in the background here. Can't wait to play that one. I'm psyched to have it. Now here's one that I think Bithead actually just got a gift for this. It's a 12 megabit game, which is monstrous for the Sega Genesis. And I remember seeing these graphics back in the day. I think they had it featured in like Macy's when they used to have video games and stuff. And I'm psyched to have it. And it's a difficult game to have complete because it's one of those accolade games that come with cardboard boxes. But it's Star Control. I never played this game, but I always thought the graphics looked awesome, so I'm pretty psyched to try it out. It comes complete with the book. It's like brand new, basically. It has warranty cards from Electro Brain. It comes with the instructions and everything. Awesome. Very cool. Psyched to have it. Can't wait to try that one out. Now, I have, you guys, if you remember, I picked up Revenge of Shinobi. I have a loose copy of Shinobi 3. I'm still looking for that one complete. But I never owned this version of Shinobi, and I remember I used to play it in arcades. And it's different because you actually have a dog or a wolf. I think it might be a wolf, but either way, it's the graphics are awesome. The music's very cool, and I'm psyched to have this game. Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi. This game is very cool. It comes complete. I'm psyched to try this one out again. I remember some of the graphics were pretty stupendous back in the day, so I can't wait to try that one. Now, the next two games, I had been looking to complete this portion of the Genesis collection for quite some time, and these games are impossible to find complete in the wild. You just don't see this shit in the wild. And like I said, renovation is all over the place in this trade, but it's Cid of Valis and Valis. So there's Valis right here, and here's Cid of Valis. Now, Cid of Valis is the big head anime. I don't know much about this game, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. It looks pretty awesome. The game is brand new. Fantastic shape. Complete. Valis, same thing, brand new almost. Very difficult game to find. You TurboGrafx fans out there, I'm sure you know Valis better than most. But I can't wait to try those games out. I'm pretty psyched. Let's keep going. Next two games are pretty awesome. This is a game I've been looking for a while, and it has a female character as the lead, and she's scantily clad. Her titties are all over the place for 16-bit graphics, and the gameplay looks awesome, so I can't wait to try it out. But it's Elysia Dragoon. This one does not come complete, but the graphics, the music I hear are awesome. It's the classic, Genesis black box, and I'm excited to have this game. So next is another shooter that looks beautiful. Once again, Renovation. Renovation made pretty awesome games for the Genesis, but it's Whip Rush. Complete. Very difficult game to find. Once again, looks awesome. Graphics look pretty sick. Side-scrolling shooter. Can't wait to try that one out. Here's a classic arcade title made by Taito that you would see in the back of the arcades, and graphics look pretty awesome. I mean, the box, pretty bare bones box, but it's Thunder Fox for the Sega Genesis. Once again, difficult game to find. See how I mean bare bones in the back there. Difficult game to find. I'm pretty psyched to play it. Classic side-scrolling Shinobi type game. platformer. Alright, we're back. Camera malfunction. Alright, let's save this one for last. He threw some more extras in here. This is awesome. He threw in some Sega Master System books. That, oh, cool, man. Here's a game I have card only. It's an awesome game for the Sega Master System. It's called Rastan. Actually, it was an arcade title. I think it's Taito, actually, too. But very cool game. Let's see here. We got Pro Wrestling. Look at the art on that. Dude's giving himself a chokehold without a head. Fun game. While you guys were playing Pro Wrestling for the NES, this was the Pro Wrestling I was playing. Shorter, fatter figures, actually. Reggie Jackson baseball. You think he still has that Sega hat right there? And let's see here. Rescue Mission. I think this is a light gun game. Don't know much about it, but cool, man. I appreciate that. And he threw in, wow. He threw in some Dreamcast games, loose Dreamcast games, which is cool. We got International Track and Field. We got. Here's a game I played in the arcade. It's actually kind of cool. 18-wheeler. Here's a game I knew that was coming. It's for the Sega CD. It's a anime-based game, kind of like Dragon's Lair. You got to pick the right direction. It's Cobra Command. Suzuki All-Star Off-Road Extreme Racer. Ultimate Fighting Championship for the Dreamcast. And here's a game that I wanted. It's in pristine shape, and I have the box for it. It's a renovation title. Again, it's Time Gal for the Sega CD. It's cool to have this. Very similar to, Dragon's Lair, once again. You gotta pick the right directions. Very cool graphics. But we're not done here. We got more. Alright. Here's a game that started off a really good series for the Genesis. But it's not like the second and third one. Or, yeah, I guess you could say the second and third one. But it's Shining in the Darkness. It's not like Shining Force or Shining Force 2 in the sense that it's not a strategy game, it's a classic RPG. But it does come in a poster and the book, and I'm pretty psyched to have this game. Very cool graphics for the time. And I can't wait to play this actually. I don't have it, so haha. Here's a game by the late great Vic Tokai. And it's Mazen Saga Mutant Fighter. Not an easy game to find. The graphics are awesome. It's a side scroller. You have a mission where if you ever played Black Belt for the Sega Master System, it's similar to that in the sense that you start out as a small character, as a side scroller, and then when you face the boss, it becomes like a Street Fighter game. So I'm pretty psyched to try this one out. The graphics look awesome. And I expect nothing less from Vic Tokai. It's the reason why he was assassinated in the first place. The next two games are RPG games that are difficult to find for the Genesis, especially complete. This game actually looks pretty cool, very colorful. Never heard of it before. But it's Sorcerer's Kingdom, made by a company called Treco. The graphics look pretty cool. It's a multi-quest role-playing simulation. I don't know. I think it's kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics, I guess, or Shining Force. Awesome, complete. And a game called Wardener. Now, it's made by a company called Mentrex Software, which I never heard of before. The graphics look pretty cool. Looks like you can use a couple of different characters. Classic, like early 90s, late 80s cover art right there with all the different characters on there. Like a Willow or something like that. And the back is interesting because it shows different stages in the shop. Look at that. So yeah, I'm pretty psyched to try this one out. Once again, it's a difficult game to find complete, so pretty psyched to have that. Alright, now last, but definitely not least, is a very difficult game to find unless you're willing to spend $50-$40 complete. And surprisingly, it's a well-known game, and I'll give you a hint. It's got a guy named Axel in it. It's got a really hot girl named Blaze, and it's got a weird cyborg Asian. I don't know what his name is. I forgot, but it's none other than Streets of Rage 3. Comes complete. Wow, comes almost brand new, and this is a game that came out late in the Genesis cycle. It looks like 1994. You can use the six button controller. But yeah, Streets of Rage 3 is a fantastic game. I had this, I think, when I was a kid, or at least I had it for a little. Oh, the Asian dude is Dr. Zen. But I had this game when I was young, and Streets of Rage 1 will always be my favorite in the series, but this game's graphics are very similar to Streets of Rage 2. The characters are larger than the first one. The graphics look very colorful. I'm not sure if I forget his name, but I'm not sure if the composer who did Streets of Rage 1 and 2 is the composer of the music in this one. But I cannot wait to play this game. Take a look at the back there. It's got the MA13 rating, but I can't wait to try that one out. And that's all she wrote. So that's literally 21 games plus all the throw-ins, 22 games actually plus all the throw-ins. A massive trade. If any of you are looking to pick up some Sega games or any type of game, really, honestly, take a look below and check out siccooper. He's got a massive collection, and he's always willing to trade games. So he's obviously a trusted seller. These games came here in great shape. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the fact that you were willing to make this trade with me. I've only made a few trades on YouTube, so I appreciate that leap of faith. And secondly, I really appreciate the fact that you really don't like the Sega Genesis or the Master System that much. You seem to be a Nintendo fan, so I lucked out there, and I happen to have a whole bunch of doubles of Nintendo 64 games, so we were able to work out a great deal. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I should have a garage sale and live video coming out within the next week. Plus, the Craigslist ads. It's very popular. I get at least 2, 3, 4 ads emailed to me daily. So that I literally have 2, 3, 4, 5 videos that I can make. So keep them coming, and I really appreciate the support for all of my subscribers, new and old. I'll see you guys next time.